International law for an occupying power to transfer its own population into the land it is occupying.
One more time?
It is against international law for an occupying power, who's the occupying power here,
to
transfer its own population, who's its population?
Jews.
The Jews, into the land it is occupying.
Is that true?
But it's allowed to occupy it, it's just going to transfer its people.
Can I ask if that's true?
Yeah,
Is it true? Well, how did the Jews come to Israel?
No, he's saying is it international law?
Yeah.
So what I've said to you before is there's no uniform understanding of international law. There are some international law experts who claim that it's 100% okay what's happening in Israel. There's a lot of people who differentiate between the West Bank and Gaza and Israel itself. Right? There's a lot of people who differentiate. And then there are people who say Israel can't be there at all.
So can I ask that was my question? Alright.
I'm asking which territories Israel occupied. The whole thing.
Okay, and the last one, 6. The United Nations has issued more resolutions demanding Israel comply with international law than any other global issue, all to no avail.
And if that's not the biggest proof that Israel's okay, then we have statements like UN is saying.
Well, we read the last
Well, this
This was racism.
do you understand? This is their position. This is what they said.
Yeah, we have statements we didn't have.
No, question.
The fact that the UN doesn't work.
The United, Emma, you asked me to read the last one?
Yeah.
The United Nations has issued more resolutions demanding Israel comply with international law than any other global issue, all to no avail.
Yeah, I'm just, watching it for. No, she asked me to.
You just said that what
The United Nations has issued more resolutions demanding Israel comply with international law than any other global issue, all to no avail. It's true, sure.
You knew that Israel wasn't done.
Okay, so first of all, tell me, I want just somebody, was anyone shocked by the positions of
Yes.
A&P? Yeah, you were? Which one
You
in
know what the
particular?
word shocked means?
Yes.
It's surprised.
deny the state of the existence of Israel?
Are you surprised?
Oh, sorry.
Do they outwardly deny these? I mean, they
I
have
know, words,
definitely
it's crazy.
presented it here that Israel
they
is
have meanings.
occupying
See
that land.
this?
Would they be opposed
Yes, it
to a
depends.
Jewish state
That's
up to you.
in Uganda? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, yes, Lisa.
Why is your
So you just said that there is no technically uniform understanding of international law. Some say that it's legal to do something it's not.
Right, yeah.
But if I ask this in a different way, if the UN is considered an international body that dictates certain things, and they're saying that things are illegal.
Yeah.
does
Wouldn't they be
do-
international? But the same way, there's no understanding of American law either. That's really hard.
They're not people. They said they're bad people.
Like, you can't, no, but there's, the reason you have lawyers and Supreme Court justices is there's different interpretations on how to read American law. So that's what my point was.
And what is it based off of? What is the UN?
The United
States?
Oh, that's a good question. Based on the conventions that they held us.
Like, there's something called the document.
Yes.
I'm just wondering, what, is there a document that exists that they're making?
There are documents that the United Nations has created.
Has created?
Yes. Yes, Bailey?
Yeah, their last position.
Yeah, Ellen and Dina.
Their last position, I understand why they would say that if everyone really respects the UN and it's something that their laws are very much abided
Yes.
by. But the international community, everyone knows that the UN doesn't really wield any power. So the fact that it does.
Okay, the fact that the UN wields no power is different than should they wield power.
Yeah,
Right? But then also, how would these people respond to all the resolutions that have been rescinded, the one that died in racism and stuff.
So your question is, how would you respond to the resolutions that were rescinded? Please stop.
Yeah, isn't also your thing telling that the UN is biased against Israel?
So would you argue that what would you say to the UN is biased against Israel?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, no.
What other questions did you have for somebody who adhered to AMP beliefs?
Yeah, I said, why they did the security wall and why they restrict movement?
Good question. Yeah, Tani.
I
Asking the context.
Similar question.
Do you have to ask a question or can you make a comment?
Yes.
I
Yes,
said,
that's a question.
Matthews, it was, what do you think, what do you respond to when you see the terror rates after the wall was built?
Oh,
That's a great question.
yeah, I asked that too.
Yeah.
I said, when did Israel ever destroy a church or a
Oh, asking for the factual. I mean, I'm assuming, by the way, based on their platform, that there have been times when Israel either like even just move the location of some house of
Right.
worship. But it's good. You have to first acknowledge, like, if this did happen, like when you're able to list it as 100%, yeah.
Why would they call it an apartheid wall? Because I thought an apartheid was when two groups were living in, like under the same thing, except for one of them was considered higher than the other. Not that they were completely separated, like in like Berlin,
No, so what they're saying about the Palestinians is that they're not able to gain citizenship in Israel, which is true, right?
Yeah, but they said there were movement restrictions, and then also there was a wall. So it's not saying like that.
Oh,
living
that's-
together. So you can't have the
An
apartheid wall
apartheid state would
and
be
movement
actually
restrictions.
marginalizing a group within your state.
Because then they're not actually living together. They can't be apartheid.
No, it's true. I definitely hear that. Yes.
What are those differences and similarities between apartheid South Africa and Israel?
That was my question.
yeah, that's
There are
my
similarities and differences between apartheid South Africa and Israel. What are they?
They're both people.
Yeah, they're both
They have one
countries.
lot, right? Like, this is
They're both countries.
Yeah, Tani.
Is that bad question?
No, I would ask the same question.
I
Yes.
said, what would you discuss with you being told that Arabic is the national language of Israel?
Oh, not.
Yeah, just put it on the
No,
table.
but it's one of the official
she's
languages.
reading.
One of the official
It
languages.
is one of the national languages.
It's from
Yeah, Shani?
It says MSU library.
It is.
State of Israel, when there's Israeli Palestine, so either you choose to live in the state or just not.
Oh, interesting. No, that's it. You want to repeat it?
Ew.
Okay, excuse me, guys.
All of them.
No, hold on for 1 second because I can't hear you. Ellie, are you with me?
Yeah, I'm writing down questions.
Josh has a taste?
Yes.
Israelis occupying Palestine, and yet they have a whole movement against the state of Israel. So before they want to complain about the state of Israel, they should not recognize me as a
You
state.
can't complain about something you're not recognizing, you're saying.
So saying you're complaining against it.
Should I look up a definition?
Yeah, Bailey.
Also to the point where they're saying that Israel wants to
She's talking.
that Israel wants to like abolish like Arab presence in Jerusalem and such. Like how would they respond to an Arab presence in the Palestine?
Oh, I mean, that's also a response to an apartheid state, right? An apartheid state doesn't have representation within their governmental body. Yeah, Matthew?
No
I
text
would say if you're going to consider, ask the question as to why Israel isn't listening to all of these, you're going to claim that Israel isn't listening to all these United Nations things. What about all the times that Arab nations haven't listened to the?
So Arab nations do not have the same number of resolutions against them.
Because
my question.
they are
But
not
why don't they
anti-Arab,
listen to the ones that
anti-national.
have them? Okay, I mean, I think the response possibly could be, I know I haven't responded to many, but that Israel is basically held to a higher standard because they define themselves as a democracy, while the Arab nations
Because they're
don't
humans.
have that. Like, they don't claim to be a democracy.
Rational human beings.
Does that make
They're
sense?
humans.
You don't have to hold
They're
to a standard that they
countries.
don't even
They're
claim to
basically
be.
zoos.
Yeah, Jacob.
I wouldn't use the like that first point, like, oh, like what are the differences and similarities? Because you can like they weren't really asserting anything. Like there are obviously similarities and differences between them. Like just like you could say like to an extent,
Why do you
like
think they stay ambiguous though?
because they don't. I don't know. Maybe
Because it
some-
allows for you to say, there are similarities. The Palestinians do not have equal rights as Israeli citizens.
No, but you can even say it on some like more like basic terms. Like you can say that like in any respect there are similarities and differences. Like the most
Between
simple-
America and between.
Yeah, exactly. Between America and
That's how it was with
like,
this point.
like it wasn't like a very strong point. There's nothing to like to yell at them because like they're right.
I think the problem
They
is they
assert-
throw out the word apartheid and they call it the apartheid wall. I'm annoyed. I know you guys have asked me to show you actual like the other side, so I had this great 2-minute video on the apartheid wall. I'll post it on Google Classroom. And you should, I can't because it's not here. It's fine. I'm gonna give you an assignment anyway for the last 10 minutes. But
Can you just give us time to study?
no. But thanks for asking.
What's the
I like this discussion.
But apartheid has connotations, and that's why they want to draw the comparison.
Well, I just wanted to see what Arabic was because
Yeah.
it is the official language. How come it's not 100% required in school?
It is actually now.
But they have like more of an option.
Arabic.
Just like speaking to Israeli students in school, that like they don't
They
have to
changed
be
it.
Arabic. They can take
Wait, no.
French.
I don't know enough about it, truly.
They actually changed it. It used to be only required in high school, now it's also required in elementary school.
What?
Arabic.
And I'm also
Not
not.
going to be a apartheid state if Arabic is.
Why isn't
Well,
Spanish
I
required?
mean, you can because Palestinians don't have equal rights. That's what they're claiming, right? Yes, and
On the whole thing with like the refugees, right? This whole cause like, oh, they're refugees in our fault.
Yeah, what about that one?
In 1948, they offered them a state and they said no. Where were they expecting to go? Like, yes, you're going to become refugees if you did not.
Really,
stay.
1949, right? 1949, 100%.
So
like,
why is it like if they offered them a place to go and they did not take it?
They could not, in 1949, they wouldn't go back to the exact homeland in which they were coming from. That's the idea.
What do you mean?
Like, meaning if I took you from your house in Boca, right? If I said you have to now live in Miami. Well, that's not your house. That's not where your family has been. That's not.
But that's still placing someplace else now they're no longer refugees.
That's better than a camp.
Yeah.
Right.
But
No, you're right. I think a totally fair argument is that, listen, you were offered a seat.
Right,
You were offered
But now
something.
what?
Exactly.
But
Like,
now what?
so now the argument is still the same. You continue to be offered a state and you continue to reject it.
So we're all. So right now there's a two-state solution all over. Okay. Right now
So
we're
not
really
right
doing
now,
all-
but
But their
continuously
response-
there has been.
Yeah, but
As
their
early
response-
as like 10 years, you know.
Yeah, but the
10
response would be that like the refugees, like they're not the heads of the government, like it's not their fault that the Palestinians, the PA, like doesn't want.
You're right. And Israel is also not willing to have like a total two-state solution. They're saying we still maintain control over territorial waters,
Yeah, but
airways, and
yeah,
Well,
yeah,
because they had to
but-
do themselves to
But
be
you
nice
can
neighbors.
understand why they don't want to agree to it.
yes, I can understand that.
So I'm saying it's not so
Okay.
crazy that they keep
So,
denying it. It can't be like
100%.
a claim like something negative.
100%. So
Well,
for
beggars
the
can't be
next,
choosers.
it's 4:30 right now. For the next 10 minutes, I can't mirror the assignment, so you have to listen to what I'm saying. For the next 10 minutes, I want you to look up the SJP chapter in the school in which you have applied. If you have only applied to YU or Stern, then you need to pick a school that is popular. They do not have an SJP chapter at YU and Stern. You need to pick either. I would recommend either Penn, NYU, or FAU. All three of them have strong SJP chapters. You have 10 minutes.
You have to answer these questions.
Simple.
Listen, I want you to see if there are any
Simple, let's go.
continuities between what we just
2017.
read and what your school's chapter
New
is
York.
posting. Just as a hint of like advice, the Facebook page of the SJP chapters is the easiest way to see what's going on campus.
SJ.
Facebook's blocked.
We can't take Facebook on this.
How close
yeah,
are you gonna
sure. You can't go on Facebook on.
Can you go on your phone?
Oh, I have no connection.
It's all focused.
Yeah, how close?
Okay, so if you somebody can use my iPad. But if you can work in groups for somebody who does have access, that would be
Facebook.
great.
I'm sorry, do I have to keep doing this?
I'm not trying to
get. Work.
Okay.
Oh, look at it. Who should I videotape?
Alright.
What? I don't have
Your phones don't go on like these?
No.
And this school, this school does not.
Because Claudia doesn't give us any rights.
Are you kidding me? Okay.
That was
Hold on for 1 second. So try for 2 minutes, and if you can't find anything, let me know.
That's actually.
Hold on for 1 second. And whatever you find, you're looking for continuities in the questions you just created, the same issues. And number 2, if you see any particularly interesting one-liners or something, please think of them or remember them to share with the class in 10 minutes. Try now to get on the SJP chapter. Is
Can I do Penn State? Can I do Penn State? They have
That's
it.
fine.
I don't need Facebook.
That's true
That's
though.
fine.
What do you want us to read?
NYU, you're able to
What do you want
find.
us to read?
I'm gonna do Maryland.
Oh, the website's on
Maryland's
the
fine.
Wait, it's not called.
The website's on the Hi.
I just want you to look as
Look at
opposed to me
this.
telling you.
Hi,
This
Mr.
is what
Wild.
see what they're posting, see what issues they're talking about. I had it. It's not mirroring. I want you to see what are the
It's a woman and a daughter on the apartheid wall